You guys ready to go?
This is the rules that I'm kind of. You're tapped.
Okay, yeah.
You better get this too.
Alright.
I go for the best.
Alright.
Like school, they only teach you how to read your books. They don't actually prepare you for life.
I would say my undergrad experience. Actually, where would I begin this year? If I hadn't made the mistakes, I wouldn't have learned.
Don't compare yourself to anyone. Comparison is a thief of joy.
Boom.
Like, do you boo?
What I wish I knew was there are other ways to make money, and it's not just you having an education.
Once I realised I'm not good at sciences or maths.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
How's your day been?
Wonderful.
Good.
Wonderful. Yeah?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous?
You know how it goes.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. So, what is you guys' names and what you guys doing now in life?
My name is Chelsea. I'm a third year law student.
My name is Chuck, and I'm a drug development science student, masters.
Okay, nice. And how are you guys finding those?
I'm here. Like, I'm alive.
What she said? What she said?
I love it. I love it. Okay. Did you guys always know that that's what you kind of wanted to go into?
No.
No.
Nah, for me, it was more of like, so initially my undergrad is in pharmaceutical science, and then it became a thing where, you know, when you think, oh yeah, you're actually enjoying something, and then it's not like till your final year, all of a sudden now your mind just switches. I don't know how much you mean. So it was a thing where it was either pharmacology or drug development science. So in my head, I thought whichever one I get, I'll get. And then it wasn't until I started doing this degree when I found out, okay, there's actually a lot more to the pharma industry than just working in the lab. Because I was always thinking lab. But then but then when I found out I wasn't the case anymore, I figured, okay, I want to actually go into, the business aspect, office jobs, because I like to wear suits, look at sharp.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I want to have an excuse to wear a suit every single day. That's the best way. So yeah, so it came into shock, so now I'm actually enjoying it a lot more. Yeah.
What about yourself?
I didn't think I was gonna go into like humanities or law. I thought I was gonna like do biomedicine or something like that. But I'm here, so.
When did you switch from that?
Once I realised I'm not good at sciences or maths. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, but do you regret doing law now?
No, I'm happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I'm the most happiest guy in the world right now.
That's good. That's good. I like that. It's smart, strong.
Oh Lord.
So, looking towards, I guess, the future, do you guys kind of know where you want to take it perspective?
For me, right now I am planning to go into regulatory affairs officer. So I want to work more with the government, because I figured, I don't want to be in the lab. For the same reason, I hate repetition. And I was so convinced that I even chose a lab-based project, so now I'm thinking, why did I choose that? But hey, it's not that bad. So yeah, that's what I want to do, and eventually work my way up in a company, and that's what I'm going to do.
For me, I want to relocate back to Nigeria. So,
Yeah, what?
Oh, by the way.
Spoiler alert. You can come to my village to pay the bread price.
Hey, what?
Yeah, I want to relocate back to Nigeria. So,
Said you can laugh.
Wait, why?
I want to go back home. I
Okay.
want to practice law in Nigeria.
Like this one.
Yeah. So.
No, I respect that still. I respect that still. No, come.
That's why we are friends. Hey, jealousy. What's wrong with you?
It's still a surprise. Yeah. I
Never
wanna
has
go
buried
back to
it.
Nigeria. Oh yeah, about that.
By the way.
By the way, okay.
Actually, I can't lie. I couldn't do Brexit nonsense. You guys are finished.
So, yeah.
So, reflecting on where you guys are now, what is something that you guys wish you'd known earlier?
Before university.
No, just before where you are now in life. It doesn't have to be about university,
Hey.
anything in life.
What I wish I knew was there are other ways to make money, and it's not just you having an education. Because I feel like from the time we were kids, up until secondary school were conditioned to believe that the only way to make money is through an education, through a job. When the reality is, you got plenty of other ways to make money. Yes, I understand, technology was not how it was back when we were younger, but the reality was, even back then, you still had ways of making money. So I feel like, okay, like take trade and forex trading for example now. Back then, people were still doing it, but because they didn't make it like a curriculum in school, why do we find it weird? And why don't we trust it? Because I'm pretty sure if they taught us that in school, nobody would be questioning it. You know what I mean? We don't question having an education and going to get a job afterwards. We question, but you not get on my case now. If I say, oh, by the way, here's another way to make money. Yes, I understand it's a risk, but again, if you're taught about this in school and how it goes, I'm convinced at least 90% of the population will be confident. Because we're all come with education and a job. So what I really wish I knew was how to make money other ways as well. Because it's only now that, actually, I only started doing that when I was in university. And now that I know that, low key, like, if I'm being that serious, because at the end of the day, we all want to make money and we all want to be comfortable. Maybe I wouldn't have gone to university if I had known that. But that's just me, anyways.
What about yourself?
So one thing that I wish I had known is like time doesn't wait for anyone. So like just take opportunities that you get, don't waste your youth, and cause I feel like I've wasted a lot of time, to be honest. Like I could have done a lot more by now, but we're here.
Alright, you don't let you on time, okay? Everyone's got their own clock. By the way, I'm not saying education is not important. If you're gonna do it. I'm just saying, like, don't find your value in your job. Your value is in you. You know what I mean? So that's what I think.
Oh, word! Please!
Biko, please.
Stop! I have to chucks in that.
You know his hat already looks like a chief.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just speaking facts. It's still having pasta, fam.
Chief hat, no.
Ezioko. I believe it.
Okay.
Next question.
Alright, So, looking towards like, so you went to school in Ireland.
Yeah.
So how was that for you going from school? Because you went straight from secondary school to university.
Yeah.
So how was that transition for you?
Felt normal. Actually, that's a lie. That's actually a lie because you're in secondary school for what, 5 years?
6.
Sometimes 6, because we have this thing called TY, 4th year, which is like a transition year. And my school, we didn't have that option. So if you don't want to go to your senior year, you can do transition year to have that work experience and all that kind of stuff. So that's the benefit of it. But it felt weird because it was like, you know, when you hit 18, you're officially adult. Now it's a thing where you don't have anyone being in case about homework. You don't have anyone here holding your hand. You don't have anyone else to be like, if you don't do it, it's going to happen. Now you're entirely independent of yourself. And I think as much as our parents always tell us when you get to university, this is going to be, it doesn't really sink in until you're in that position yourself, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So making sure, I can't lie, the transition was kind of hard because one thing I was fearful was that maybe I may not make it as friends as I want to. But then one thing I kept reminding myself was that I'm social by nature. I like interaction. So when I came to university, so I went to university now for 1 year if I transferred over here, I found it pretty easy. I was just myself, you know, but obviously I'm 18 years old, you know, I'm just trying to be nice and all that, but then you have obviously the older folks who are like, who's this nonsense boy doing this together? I want to get out. You know? So it was hard, but one thing I've always taught was that just be yourself. No, it's just be yourself, mate. There's no point in trying to be a copycat. So then obviously I transferred over here to England to my undergrad. I'm not gonna lie, London is a whole different place. Because I'm so, huh?
The ghetto.
The ghetto.
The ghetto, rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat.
Yeah, it's actually the ghetto. Like, big man thing, yeah?
Yeah.
The two things came to my head. The minute, I remember the day my dad was leaving me, yeah? And I remember this day so well. I was in Camden Town. And literally, I was like, two things in my head. I was like, okay, first of all, how am I gonna go home? Because I don't know what bus to take. And two, wow, there's a lot of fine girls here.
Shine your eyes.
No, do you know what? Because I'm no longer in a pool. I'm in the ocean.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's so
I'm no longer in a pool. I'm in the ocean.
Wow.
And it's so
the ocean. And you know what's cool about the ocean? You have different types of breeds, so it's very diverse.
This guy, your glasses are you're fucking up.
It's the truth, no, it's the truth though. No, it's very diverse. No, it's very diverse. So I guess that diversity was actually what I really enjoyed about England, about London especially, because I must say that it's diverse, but it's not to the level that it is over here. So you meet a whole bunch of different people, which is actually very nice. And I think that really helped me to learn more about other people and be open to other people, other culture. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be how I am now if I hadn't left the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so the transition was tough, but I'm here now, so thank God for that.
What about yourself, Chelsea? So what was you're in the UK, so how did you feel about your transition from GCSE to sixth form and then from sixth form to uni?
I feel like the transition from sixth form to uni especially wasn't that difficult because I did the IB.
Okay.
So like it was kind of prep you for uni, like the workload and everything like that. So it was good in terms of academics, but in terms of my social life, ciao. That was hard.
What, sixth form?
Yeah, from sixth form to uni, because I'm like a homebody. So uni like kind of like pushed me out of my comfort zone. So, but I'm enjoying myself, Shaz. So,
Sure.
yeah, I'm here. So, yeah, that's it.
So how was IB? Because obviously generally most people do A levels. So how was IB for you?
That was hard. Oh my gosh, like I haven't cried so many times like in my life compared to compared to like the period in which I did the IB in. It was really difficult, but it taught me how to be independent a lot. Also, like, I don't know, they kind of helped you to create your own curriculum in a way. So like you do your extended essay, which is like a dissertation. So I was able to pick my topic in like doing Biafra. So it was really nice for me to like it was nice for me to like learn about my culture more and like the Biafran War and everything like that. So like the IB gave me like a platform to explore myself more and my identity, which was cool. Mm-hmm.
So for you two now, how you enjoyed your uni experience so far?
It's been sweet. It's been nice, it's been fun. Like I'm really happy with all the people that I've met so far. Like I've made my best friend Miriam, who's at the back. Like shout out to you, girl. But yeah. But also like I was able to do like be on the ACS committee. I was the president, which was really fun.
How Presido?
Presido, you know what I mean? Like so yeah, that was fun. It was a good experience. So yeah, I'm just happy.
Damn, you had a very good experience, okay.
You know, I tried.
I would say my undergrad experience. Actually, where we begin this year. Now you know what? It was good because I feel like if I hadn't made the mistakes, I wouldn't have learned. But I must say I had a really, really good undergrad, honestly. Like I think I didn't really start enjoying my degree until my third year, because that's when I started really getting pharmaceutical science. Because first year was everybody doing the same thing, no problem. But the second year I was like, okay, all right. Third year, that's when I really started getting into it. So yeah, I was part of the basketball team, I was part of the societies and all that kind of stuff. I met some really good friends. I'm not gonna lie, I met some really good friends and everything. And lucky enough, one of my classmates actually ended up going to the same uni as me and the same course as me as well here in King's. So that's one benefit I'm really happy about as well. And even now, I'm doing masters. I've met some really, really good people. Obviously, it's masters, so there's a lot more expectations on the line, and there's a lot more on the line as well. So far, I'm really enjoying it. You know, I found a new sport interest, which is athletics, and that's something that we're doing really well in. I thank God for that. And in terms of my actual progression, I'm just thinking of the end point, you know. I'm not where I want to be right now, but I'm eventually going to get there. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm there to see what the rest of the semester got to say. You know.
Okay. if you could take yourself back to where you're young, or just even looking at young people nowadays, what advice would you give them?
Do what makes you happy and you actually enjoy it. Don't be doing it because you heard Ben does it, you heard Josephine does this, you heard your parents say it makes one nah.
So you have two brains.
Wait, what?
You know what they say, do you have two brains? You
Yeah,
have that
exactly.
person.
Yeah. Now, don't compare yourself to anybody because the reality situation is that you're all unique in your own way. Yes, this person might be smarter than you, and that's okay. You might be smarter than them in another aspect. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's one thing I will tell young people is that listen, you have something that they don't have, and they will envy you for that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Same way you envy them for something that you don't have. It's normal. So don't do something because other people are doing it. Do it because you want to do it. Be the black sheep, buddy.
Wow.
This guy.
Like that snaps.
Cheers. Thank you.
That's it.
What advice would you give?
Advice, similar to Chuck, I would say don't compare yourself to anyone. Comparison is a thief of joy.
Boom.
Like, do you boo? Like, there's no one like you. God created you the way you are for a reason. You have a purpose. So, like, you know, just walk in your glory and you'll be fine. Like, it's okay.
It's as simple as that. No, seriously, that's just serious. Because of society, always the comparison. You know what I say? Forget society. Like you said, just do what you want to do. Obviously, obey the law. You must be a criminal out here, please.
So a program like what we're trying to do you feel like it's important? If so, if not, why?
You go first. Let's go first. Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Just go first.
I think it is actually important and beneficial because, like Miriam has said, you need younger people or people around the same age to kind of tell you, give your own experience because at least that way they can relate to you better. I'm not going to relate to someone who's like 20, 30 years my senior. I'm sorry, I can't. I need someone who's that with the age who is not so significant that I can't understand where they come from. You know, so it is actually important. At least this way they can get insight into what this person has gone through, and maybe that way, if maybe you say something that they might have an interest in as well, they can come to you for advice because you've got through yourself. So it is actually important. And I think it's really good that we're doing it as well.
Yeah, I agree. No, yeah, I agree. It's nice to see young people doing this because like it's relatable. And then also like school, they only teach you how to read your books. They don't actually prepare you for life. So I feel like you guys are coming in to really like help them where education is lacking. So it's good.
Before I end, do you guys have anything else you'd like to add or say to young people or that you would get off your chest that I may have not asked?
Well, I'd say for me, I don't know if you believe in a higher being or whatever, but one thing I would say, if you do go to university, don't forget God. And I mean, I'm not trying to be holier than thou because I'm not, you know. But one thing I've learned is when you see God's face, honestly, everything does work out for the best interest. It may not be how you want it to go, but when God's involved, I'm sorry, you cannot go wrong. I'm sorry, like I mean that from my experience, especially my third year, because I'm not gonna lie, third year was the most stressful year of my whole academic year, you know. But it really all worked out for me in the end, you know. So yeah, don't forget God, honestly. Anyway, so this one over here, whatever. What? Nah.
I said God is good because he ended up with a first class.
Oh yeah.
First class student.
I won the first class. Oh, by the way, I didn't get first class my second year. I got 2-1. Okay, for all of you who are asking, we're gonna ask again. Yeah, my
So you got first overall.
overall, overall was the first class, but I couldn't do it alone. I did it by God, and honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten it if I hadn't seen his face, and that's the honest truth. And I mean that now. I'm not gonna say I was always in tune with him because there were days I was just like, you know what, my friend, forget you. No, and that's honest truth because you're human. It happens, but it's weird how God works because it's like when you're done being stupid, you know where to find me. Because you know what I mean. So yeah, so don't forget God. Okay, don't forget God, don't forget Allah. I don't know, whatever thing, don't forget your God, whatever. I mean serious. So, seek His face and yeah, you're good.
Alright.
No, yeah, he legit said it all. Also, don't forget where you're coming from. Don't go and embarrass yourself. Like, remember your parents at home. Remember the home training people.
That's
true. No,
that's very true. Very true.
What about the people that don't have home training?
Go find some.
Just have a little shame in you.
Yeah, hey,
Have a little
that's
shame.
it.
Tiny bit.
Like at least 50%.
Alright. So thank you guys for taking part. Really appreciate it. Take care.
No. Ladies first.
Oh, my name's Chelsea.
Don't worry, I'll
She's number one, so the other ones are for, you know.
Out of 5.
She'll have my kids. The other ones are just ratings.
And number one, first finger.
Number one giant.
Alright. So
For me, I want to relocate back to Nigeria.
Say what?
Oh, by the way.